Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button. It's totally free, and also hitting the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with. I want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons right on the corner, on the right hand corner for most of you. For some of you it's in your settings. I do have a link to the video below in the description box to teach you if you're not understanding how I'm explaining to slow down the video. You can click there. It's a 2-minute video. Very simple. It's just a click away. You can slow down the video by clicking the 3 little buttons up top and slow down to the speed you would like. Also right next to it, there's the letter CC. You can turn that on, and that will be for closed caption. All the stitching, everything that I mention and say will be written down here. You can pause, stop the video, take notes, and it will help you to understand the pattern. I don't write patterns. I get asked a lot about it, and for those reasons, I ask of you to slow down the video. I know sometimes I'm a little bit too fast for these recordings, and I apologize for that. It's just I get on my own bubble. This is all new to me also, so it's just a question of getting practice at recording, which I'm not fully used to yet. I'm getting comfortable at this point. So I want to thank every single one of you that have been from the start with me, have commented, shared, have tagged me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your lovely, wonderful comments. Thank you again so much to every single one of you. Also for the people that came through, the women that came through with donations, and also some donations for the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. Some of you have shipped it yourselves. Gratitude all the way. And some of you have donated into my PayPal account and into the super thanks that's below the video. It has a $ symbol on it. Thank you so much to everyone that has participated in trying to help out one way or another. Okay, so we are going to get started. Any questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment below. You could always get a hold of me if you're stuck with some project, like some of you do, to message me through Instagram. I do have a Facebook group, private group, because there's a lot of scammers and fraud into the crochet groups now, so you have to be careful. Don't open links that say cut or bit on it. Those are fraud scammers. Be careful, people. They steal people's identity and pictures, and they post there with those links pretending that it's them. So stay away from that, or report them as spam. That's what I usually do. For those reasons, my group is private. You're more than welcome to join us in our group. Beautiful group of people we have there. We're one growing family. You can just request, and I'm sure one of the monitors will respond to you ASAP. I also do have the crochet page. You can follow that there too, or my Instagram or TikTok. So there's so many ways you can get a hold of me. My email is below also. So anything that you're stuck with, feel free to ask. Or suggestions, remembering that I am in Europe. My time frame could be different than yours. Sometimes I will have to take a few hours before I answer you because I must be sleeping. It's overnight, and it must be morning for you in your country. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone, and I bless you, I hug you, and please keep your optimism always up and high, and never think that you cannot do this pattern. We are not born learned. We are born to learn. Okay, you can do all things as long as you persist, be patient with yourself, and just continue on. Anyone can create anything they want. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so pretty much we're going to create this beautiful centerpiece, which it will take part 2 on it because I'm adding 3D flowers. You must have seen me put them out a few days ago, which are these flowers. Okay, and I will leave the link below in the description box in case you want to add the flowers yourself. If you don't, then you can just use this as a doily itself, and you can increase here if you want to go bigger. You just have to keep adding more rows. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So that means you would add 9 uneven numbers, 9, 11. So you can have this with the perfect stitch fitting into the centerpiece here. Okay, so I have 7. That means if you want to go bigger on the centerpiece, you do 9 or 11 or 13 and so on. Okay, this is as far as this with my thread. It's about 44 centimeters in. Okay, so I'm going to use the multicolored burgundy red and also this burgundy red color itself. This is mixed. And of course, I'll be using the white. And I'll be using the 2.75 hook with a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. This is my 2.75 hook. This is similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, which I prefer Aunt Lydia number 3 when it comes to doilies or table runners because it's automatically bigger. But some of you have smaller tables or smaller counters or just a little corner table or something like that. This is perfect size for it. So using Aunt Lydia number 3 will be a little bit bigger than this. My thread's a little bit thinner than Aunt Lydia, just to let you know. So if this is 44, it'll probably be 46 centimeters with Aunt Lydia. Example. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Very simple, very fast. Just takes a little bit more work to do the etching here, but nothing complicated. Very simple. Okay, everyone. So the first thing we want to do is slip stitch knot, of course. And we're going to do a 6 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Coming into the first chain, I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. I'm going to go up, not up, sorry. I'm going to come back in and do a single. We're doing a double crochet. I like to do my singles to begin with or my double crochet to begin with a single and 2 chain, because you won't have so much of that mark. So inside of this ring, we're doing 24 double crochets. That's included with the single and 2 chains. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've done my 24 double crochets. I'm going to come in my last chain here where we started with the single and the 2 chains, and I'm going to close it up with a slip stitch. I'm going to come back in the same space and create a double crochet, so single, 2 chains, coming back in the same space, and I'm creating another double crochet. So now at this point we're going to do groups of 2 double crochet. 1 chain space, I'm going to skip a space and go into the next one and create again 2 double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around, skip a space into the next one and create 2 double crochet, 1 chain. If your stitch is too tight, do a 2 chain space. I think it will be much better for you guys not to have anything pulling or curving up. Skip a space into the next one and create the group of 2 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end after I do my chain. I'm going to close it up on my last chain here with a slip stitch. This is row 2. So I've done my 12 groups of 2 double crochet, skipping 1 space, 1 double crochet in between, and 1 chain, or for some of you, 2 chain. I'm going to come back in again, so I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm doing a single, chain 2. On my second double crochet, we're increasing. So we're doing the 2 together. So it just keeps growing as this would be 1, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, next row 4 double crochets, until I get 7 double crochets. Okay, so that means I'll have row 7. This is for the length or for the size that I have that doily. Like I said, you want to go smaller, you can cut by doing only 5 rows and not 7, or 9 rows for bigger. So again, I'm going to do chain 2 this time, and I'm coming in the first double crochet just because I don't want it to be pulling, okay, and give it some space in between the motifs. So on the second double crochet, we're doing 2 together. Chain 2, double crochet on the first one, and 2 together on the next one. So we're going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat this until I have 7 rows. So this is row 3. That means that row 4 will be having 4 double crochet, always adding 2 on the last one here. Okay, so chain 2 on the first double crochet, 1 double crochet on my second, 2 double crochet, and then again, just repeating the same process. So nothing to it, very simple until my row 7. Like I said, you can go bigger by doing odd numbers. Okay, so I'll meet you when I complete 7 rows. That means I should have 7 double crochets at the end, 2 chain space between them, always adding 2 on the last double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I did up until row 7, which that leaves me 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, going into row 8, I'm going to come back in the same space, create a single and 2 chain, next space, double crochet. So this row is going to be all about spaces, double crochet, sorry. And we're still going to do the increase on the last double crochet. Here on the last one, we're going to add 2 together. Okay, so you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, inside of the space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. It's going to be repeat like this all the way around. This row 8, 9, and 10 will be the same thing. The only difference is row 9 and 10, there is no more increase. It's just double crochet over double crochet. So I'm coming into the last one here again. I'm adding 2 together. It's the only increase that we're doing. Inside of the space, 2 double crochets in the same space, and then continue 1 per space. Okay, so adding 2 together on the last double crochet, 2 inside of the space. I'll meet you at the end. This is row 8. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 8 by doing the increase, which I missed here. Thank God I looked. On the last double crochet, put 2 together, and then 2 inside of the space. We're going to close it up with a slip stitch on the last chain. Now, row 9 and 10 is repeat the same thing. So I'm going to do a single, chain 2, next space, double crochet. So this row 9 and 10 is just double crochet over double crochet. You don't want to over tighten it too much because we don't want it to be pulling. We're not doing any more increases, right? So very simple. Row 9 and 10, double crochet over double crochet. I'll meet you at the end of row 10. This is row 9. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I pretty much finished doing row 10, just double crochet over double crochet, no increases. Now, row 11. I'm going to come back in and do a single and another single, so that's 2, 3, 4 singles, the first, second, third, fourth. After doing 4 singles, I'm going to do chain 29. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you get 29 chain stitch. I've done my 29 chain stitch. I'm going to come to the bottom and I'm going to count 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 on my 4th chain. I'm going to close it in with a slip stitch. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On my third one, I'm starting to do my singles again. 1, 2, 3, 4 singles, exactly like we did here. I'm going to do again 29 chain stitch. So I'll meet you at the end. I've done my 29 chain stitch. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. On my fourth one, slip stitch and doing 1, 2, 3 chain. Skip 1, 2. On my third one, doing a single. So we're going to repeat this again, 4 singles, and then your 29 chain stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have these little loops. That's going to be the motifs for, you know, the little decoration there. And I'll meet you at the end. It's just a repeat now. If we need to make an adjustment, that one I didn't have to, but you never know. Sometimes, you know, we have to make an adjustment somewhere. It just happens that way. We'll do it. There's no worries about it. Okay, everyone. So this is my last loop, I guess, if you want to call it. I did my 3 chains. Now we're supposed to skip 1, 2, and I'm exactly where I started with my single. So I'm coming in my first single. Now for some of you, for whatever reason, you're missing or something, then just back it up 1, and then, you know, you could adjust it. There's no problem. Even if you had only, let's say you had only 1 left here and not 2 to go into the single. So over here you could have went in on your, put 2 singles here where you have the 4 singles together. Okay, so I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm coming in the same one again with a single and doing 2 chains. This row will be all about double crochet. So where we have the 4 singles, we'll have 4 double crochets. Okay, so I started off with my 4 singles and I have 4 double crochets. Single 2 chain equals a double crochet plus 3 more. Now we're going inside of the chains. We have 3 chains here, right? Since we've closed in on the 4th. So we have 3 on this side, 3 on the other. I'm coming in and I'm doing the 3 double crochets inside of each chain. So we have 3 chains, that's 3 double crochets. I'm coming in where we've closed in, so that's 4. Coming in right into the next one, that's 5. Until we have 17 double crochets. And then I'll come back to you. So don't forget, you have to come in where we've closed off, then right after, and then continue until you have a total of 17 double crochets. That's including with the 3 that we have here. Okay, not the 4 double crochets, but the 3 we started on the chain here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you have 17. I've done my 17 double crochets. It's going to end up right on the center there. I'm going to do chain 2. Coming back in the same one we did. Okay, the last 17th one, we come back in the same space. So we'll have 2 here. We have to create also 17 on this side. Okay, so you repeat the same process by doing 1 per space. And where we've joined here, you do 1 also there. And then down on the 3 chains. So we'll have 17 double crochets on this side again. I'm going to continue, and then once I'm here, I'll come back to you again. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 17 double crochets where we have the 4 singles. I'm going to do 4 double crochets. Sorry about the construction, people. My neighbors are having construction next door. You can hear all of it. Kind of hard to film at the same time. So I've done my 4 double crochets, and then I'm going to repeat the process again by doing 17 double crochets, 1 per space inside of the chains. So we have 3 chains here. We're going to repeat the 3 double crochets in here, and then in the center where we've joined, and then right away the next one until we have 17. Once you've done your 17, you got to do your 2 chain, come back on the same space, do your double crochet and count down 17. Where we have the singles, we'll do 4 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. I'll meet you at the end of my row. So this would be 8, 9, 10. 11 would be all the chain stitch, and 12. So row 12 on these double crochets, because this one is 11 where all the chains are. Okay, everyone. So I finished doing all my double crochets, and I have 20 of these loops. Okay, just to confirm with you. So I finished on my first one that I started with a single 2 chain. I did a slip stitch. Now this is going to be very simple. The rest is going to be easier because we already did the first row with double crochet. So I came back on the same one, did a single 2 chain. I'm going to continue to do my 4 double crochets that I had here on the single. So this is row 13. So I have my single 2 chains and the other 3 double crochets. That's where the singles are, right? So now it's very simple. We're going to continue to repeat double crochet over double crochet. I'm going to do 3 rows of white, and my last row, which is the 4th row, will have the multicolored burgundy red. So it's just a repeat double crochet over double crochet. When we get to the 2 chain here, we're going to do 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet on the same one. That's the increase of that. So very simple, just double crochet over double crochet for the next 4 rows. So this is the 2nd row of these double crochets. I'm going to do 1 more in white, and on my 4th row of these double crochets, I'm going to do the burgundy, but it's going to yeah, that's right. Not going to change anything. So 3 rows of white and 1 row of the multicolored burgundy. I've arrived where I have my 2 chains. I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochets in the same space. This is the increase. For the next 2 rows is going to be the same thing. Okay, so we'll have the 4 rows of these double crochets. My last 4th row will be with the multicolor, always doing 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet inside of our 2 chain space in all of these ones here. Okay, everything else is just double crochet all the way around for the next 4 rows. So I have, this is my 2nd row. I'm going to do 1 more, my 3rd row of white, and my 4th one with the burgundy multicolored. I'll meet you at the end of my burgundy multicolored. Okay, everyone. So basically, once you finish doing your 4 rows, so mine's almost complete, but I ran out of thread, so mine will continue. It's just 1 more row to finish up this part. If you're going to continue to put the 3D flowers on, then we'll go into video 2. So once you finish to do your 4 rows and you've done the multicolored red, so you'd grab your motif like this, and you'd flip it from the back in to the space like that, and then just fix it up. So make sure that you turn it well, and there it is. Okay, so we have to do this in order to do the last row. Again, you would turn it from the back into the center, the big hole here, and bring it out. And then just fix it here nice and straight. Just like that. 1 more time. So you turn it into the big hole here, just bring it in, and then just fix your stitch like that. Okay, so then we come in with the, I'm going to come in with the red. Okay, so just turn it like that, very simple. Just make sure you just fix them properly. And just like that. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the red now. Push this a little bit further. I'm going to do a slip stitch knot. And in the center of the motif here, I'm going, right where we have the 2 chains, I'm going to do 3 singles. Okay, so my first in the same space of the 2 chains, my second single, my third single, and then I'm going to count from here on the first double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 singles. I'm going to grab the other motif and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On my 8th one, I'm going to attach it, single, and continue on. You should do 8 singles again because we just count them down. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 singles, and then inside of the 2 chain space we're going to do 3 singles, and you repeat the same thing. 1, so you come into the first double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 singles. Grab the other motif, count from the top down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On your 8th single. So then you continue to do your singles. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 singles where the chain is, chain 2. So basically it's going to look like that. We are attaching them together all the way around the same way. And this pretty much does it for this tutorial. And you can leave it just like that, or you can follow me on the second video to continue on to put the 3D flowers, which is going to go up top around with the white around it. So I thank you so much. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video if you like the pattern, if you like the video. And I'll see you on the second part. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.